The federal government shutdown, the longest in American history, is now in its 37th day. KELOLAND's Dan Santella caught up with Senate Majority Leader John Thune today for an update from Washington. Dan?
Thune was in his office on Capitol Hill when I interviewed him on a video call. On the shutdown, he says, quote, "It could end today, it could end tomorrow." In Washington, and certainly during this shutdown, it's often a game of numbers. The filibuster allows a senator to block passage of a government funding measure unless there are 60 votes supporting it. Senate Republicans can't quite advance legislation all on their own, unless they throw out the filibuster. Then they'd only need 51 votes.
Obviously, there is a considerable amount of pressure to do that, for sure.
President Donald Trump has made clear his support for doing this, going nuclear with the filibuster. But Thune is resolute against that idea, and he's not alone.
Getting rid of the filibuster is not the answer here, and frankly, there aren't the votes to do it, even if we tried.
Time will tell how long the shutdown persists, but Thune has an idea how it could end.
We have a proposal which we have put before the Democrats, basically, that would fund 3 appropriations bills, by the way, one of which is the Ag Appropriations Bill, and that funds both SNAP and WIC. But if you took those 3 appropriation bills, you could add a new date, which would be later to give us more time to finish our appropriations work.
Expiring health care subsidies have proven to be a sticking point between Republicans and Democrats. Thune, for his part, has promised to vote on these subsidies as part of an agreement to reopen the government. Meanwhile, the country and Thune's home state are feeling the shutdown's impacts.
You've got very soon here in South Dakota and elsewhere around the country, SNAP benefits threatened for what is almost 100,000 South Dakota families between SNAP and WIC.
Tangible impacts of a gridlocked Washington. KELOLAND's Sidney Hoyer had a chance to speak with Republican Mike Rounds today, South Dakota's other senator in Washington. Here's what he had to say about the shutdown.
We've got to get to 60 votes. We've got 55 votes right now in its current form, but we're going to try some other alternatives over the weekend as we stay in session, and hopefully we'll get this thing resolved. No promises yet, but we're hoping that cooler heads will prevail. We'll find a path forward, and we'll get the government open, which means benefits coming through.
The Senate is expected to vote again tomorrow on ending the government shutdown.